Hey guys, how are you doing? Luca here. My voice is not the best. I have to tell you this. Why? Because the temperature suddenly dropped from about 28 degrees centigrade to, I believe, almost 13 or 14 now. I'm very sensitive. I'm Italian. I'm used to the sun. I'm not used to this, but apart from the generalization and the stereotypes, there's this thing that I really don't suffer, which is bad weather. And although I actually don't mind the romantic atmosphere from time to time, that it gives to our places. I mean, imagine just walking in a forest or in an old town when, subtle rain is falling and, it's just more romantic. It's just nicer, right? Not always. So anyway, a quick peek into the week. I like that. The subscribers, so my subscribers, and those of you who are my subscribers, would have received a message from me with the subject, why are you not taking action? I'm not asking you why you are taking action, because whatever it is that you are doing, your private life, in your business life, when you're taking action, it's because there is a commitment you put forth, right? And you have a vision or something, so you have a driver, something really kicks off within you and it lets you go full steam with you taking the action that you need to. My message was actually stemming from a message that I received the day before from a friend of mine. And, I posted the message, but long story short, I've been having a conversation a few months back with this friend, and we were drinking something together over an evening. It was a Friday evening. And, he started asking me, it would be nice to understand how to go about building some other activities on the internet, online. And so I started talking to him about, some of the interests that I'm having and the page that I'm having, my blog. So he started asking me for more, which I gladly provided. Then actually, before the evening was over and before we actually said hello, bye-bye to each other, I told him, listen, if you really want to start doing something about it, like with everything else in life, the best remedy is to take action, right? It doesn't really matter whether that's the right action, because taking action, being decisive, it is more important than actually taking the right decision. This is also a very fundamental learning that we need to have. So I told him, listen, there is a quick test you can do that will both kick you into action and actually give you a bit of a better understanding as to whether you are really cut for the job, right? So guys, there's the little ones there. So I told him, what you can do is to shoot a quick 2 minutes video, 120 seconds video about yourself, and just introduce yourself. Like you would encounter a perfect stranger out there. How would you, if you had 2 minutes, how would you introduce yourself to this person? How would you introduce not just yourself, but your goals, your objectives, and your commitments? And especially, how would you use those 120 seconds to tell this other person what you can do for this other person? So what you can offer to the world, to this other person, to any other person. And he kept on thinking about it. And these conversations just happened a few months back. Now, that there is a saying, life always gets in the way. And I believe it's true. Life gets in the way every single day, every single minute, every single second. That happens whether we are taking any action or deciding to sit on the sofa. That life is always going to get in the way, but there is a limit up until a certain point where life just ends, right? So it's not like we don't have enough time. It's the quality of the time. It's how we are using the time that we're given. So he was obviously intrigued by the idea of putting his knowledge in a specific field up to good use, for himself, to create an activity. And he was convinced that doing something on the internet, so using the digital channels, digital marketing, could really be something he could go for and build something on. So after, I believe, almost 3 months now, I haven't heard anything from the person until yesterday, when he actually sends me a nice message on WhatsApp. He's a very nice guy, very cool guy. So if you're watching me, I won't say your name, but you know that I'm meaning the best here for you. and made these as well be the kick that you need to keep going about things. He sent me a message with his video that was honestly a very nice video, but he put the video in private mode so that only I could see that. And for me, this is only halfway, because this test is meant to teach two things. So first of all, it's meant to give you the confidence that you can go out there with a message of your own. Many of us, so many of us, are convinced that we don't have anything to give to the other people in this world. And this is not true, simply, right? I know what you must be thinking. You must be thinking, that's crazy, we all are unique people. And I agree with you, I couldn't agree more. We are all unique individuals, so we all have our unique perspective to provide the rest of the world. And on the other side, the second thing that it would do is, so first of all, is the guts, right? And the second thing is that it would force you to use a medium, the video, which is omnipresent nowadays, that is absolutely fundamental. So something you need to start getting comfortable with if you're even remotely thinking to start any kind of activity online where you need to promote yourself, your message, whatever it is that you want to promote, right? And 2 minutes video. I know, and you know, the 2 minutes video, it's not just 2 minutes, because then you need to start thinking about what you need to say. You probably rehearse it a couple of times, but honestly speaking, in about 1 hour, I guess you would have a good gist, and you would also have fun. Now, after these 3 months, I received this message in the private way. And what I told him was that, listen, this is for me a half step, because you should go public. If you're only shooting this video for one person, this is not effective. You're not shooting this for me, by the way, Mr. M. You're shooting the video for yourself. It is for yourself that you're doing this, not for me. Remember that, right? So here, then we exchanged the day after, so which is today, I exchanged a quick conversation with him, still on WhatsApp. And I had told him yesterday, listen, tomorrow I will ask you a very clear question, and you would need to give me an honest answer. And the question I asked was the same subject line that I used in today's broadcast from my blog, from my newsletter. And it is, why are you not taking action? Why are you only stopping halfway? Why don't you find the time, if you're thinking that it's important, and obviously after a few weeks, a few months that went by, he's still thinking about this, so he considers that's important, and he decided to take half an action. My reply was, there's no point in going halfway. Either you go full way and you take a full step, or you don't take that step and go in another direction. To me, not taking a step can be as effective as taking a step, but taking half a step would get you further from where you are now and not much closer to where you need to be, and definitely not exactly where you want to go, right? So I gave him this riddle, which I guess many of you guys know already, and that's about the 5 frogs. Now, I might have worded it a bit different, but the riddle is used and abused, right? But I think it's a very nice one. And it is, there's 5 frogs sitting on a log. 4 decide to jump off. So how many are left? Right? I'll give you some time to think about that if that's the first time that you hear this. There's no rush. Ponder the answer. So how many will be left? So the answer is, despite what anybody else, and this is a pure exercise of logic, right? Some people would say that there is no way of telling you. From my perspective, the answer is 5 will still be left. Why? Because deciding to do something is not the same as taking the action, doing it. So there is a big difference between taking a decision and then actually putting the needed action in place to implement that decision. So just decide, right? That's what I told him as well. Just decide what tiny action, this is a tiny action, after all, you will need today to create your next opportunity, to take your next step, your next full step, and then take it. Don't wait for the 100% readiness, guys, because it will never come. So when you're 80% ready, go for it and run straight at it, get exposed, risk messing up, because failing is not a problem you will fail, right? Failing is how you will get there, wherever there is for you. And so I'm still considering the effect that this riddle has had on my friend, and we'll see. I really hope that this will, if you're watching this, I really hope, Mr. M, that this will give you the kick, and you will find the right state of mind to go full way and publish the video on at least our Facebook page, on the NH2 Not Yet to Recurring Facebook page. I'll be more than happy to see that, because it's a great piece of video. It's all you. You're very genuine. I really like that. And that's going to also be, you also need to start thinking in this way, guys, not just Mr. M. You are a source of inspiration for others. If you're having kids, especially, you know how important it is, whatever you do and whatever you say and how you say it and how you do it to them, even without you realizing it. And people that are not constantly in touch with us, are only seeing us via our videos like this one, they can get a lot. They can be inspired to take action or not to take action. Definitely, I want to inspire people to take positive action towards themselves and achieving their goals. Now, another thing I want to say, Michael, my friend from Africa Freaks, I need to say hi to him and a special thanks. He's taking big decisions for his own activity. And as the name suggests, go visit, by the way, africafreaks.com. He's a great blogger. He's an adventurer, and he's an Africa freak. As simple as that. He's contacted me very recently to ask me a few questions about videos, because he sees I'm very active in publishing videos. And by the way, I have a surprise that is more for me than for you, but should tell you something about my commitment to stepping up, the stake at producing more value and putting it out there. So he asked me a few questions, and I answered back saying, hey, listen, I think it's great. You should do that. You should go out there. You should start really using the video more. And this is the kind of equipment I would suggest. So it's congratulations, man. You're taking the step. You've made the decision, and you're taking the action. So there will be one less frog left on the log, right? Now to the surprise, which is more from, oh, look at that. Hi there. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ciao. She's always seeing herself. She's lovely. Ciao. Then, this is the surprise. Right? What is this? This is, the package is awkward. Yeah, I know she's banging on the window. And I will spare this to you, but you can see that's a Lumix DMC FZ300. I bought it secondhand, and I will save you the unpacking exercise. This is the end result. Now, guys, I will put this beast into play very, very soon. And why did I decide to go for that? And first of all, why did I decide to go for a new camera like this? Well, because this is not just a new camera. This is, by the way, guys, there's more experts than I am out there. What is it called? This is called a bridge camera. I believe this is called a bridge camera. Some sort of an entry level, I'd say, or a midway between a DSLR and so a fully fledged digital professional camera and what's called a mirrorless or point and click cam. So this is a very good midway. This is actually almost professional. So I've decided to go for this because I want to start getting professional in the way I'm shooting my videos. So I want to start producing videos in at least HD quality, so full HD, full high definition quality, 1080p, and 4K. Yes, you heard me right, 4K. This beast shoots at 4K as well, at 25 frames per second, if not 30 now, I don't remember. So I'm getting serious. So let me ask you this question again. What's preventing you from taking the action that you need to jump from the log? I've decided that this is going to be one of the great things that is going to help me also take more and more action. There's more novelties that I'm going to introduce, by the way. Next week, so this is a bit of the sneak peek into the week. It has been an awful week from a health perspective. In temperature, I told you, have dropped. It's not really nice, but at least I had this. There's more goods coming the way of this apartment. I told you already probably, guys, because I'm very excited about that. I know I keep talking about it, but I'm very excited about it. There's backgrounds, there's stands, I got a microphone. I'm really going to work to make sure that I create as much of a professional or semi-professional environment as I can without spending a fortune. And by the way, I will disclose everything after I'm done with it. But at the moment, no, I won't tell you anything at the moment in terms of costs, but it's very, very doable, right? So I managed to find stuff secondhand, other things I had to buy new. And there are some things, guys, that you want to compromise on quality with. Because what's the matter if you're spending 50 instead of 100, but in a month's time you need to buy again, or you buy the more expensive one later, you just end up spending more. So more is less in this way. And oh no, that's a good saying. So this is happening, this is going on. Next week on Monday, I will be in action again and live in the evening at 8 p.m. CET, Central European Time. So for our friends in the East Coast of the United States, that will be -6, that'll be 2 p.m. Not too bad of a time. I know 2 p.m. is just when most of you will be working, guys, but I also have stuff to do during the day, so it's difficult to combine everything. But Janine and I, and you can find through the Facebook page to find out who Janine is and start getting a conversation with her if you want to. We're going to get together and I'm going to interview her. So we're going to have an open conversation about digital, undertaking a digital journey. And, I would like to get her unique perspective because she is a Tai Chi expert and teacher. So different perspective in life, different set of skill set, definitely different view of the world. I'm very excited about that. And Janine, if you're watching these, I'm looking forward to our conversation next Monday. Guys, please be present. I will extend the link. I will put it on the event section and participate, ask questions, engage. All right? That said, take action. Don't be one of those frogs left on the log. Take the decision, yes, take action just after that, because otherwise nothing changes. As somebody said, I think it was Mr. Henry Ford, if you keep doing what you've always done, you will keep getting what you've always gotten. That makes sense to me, doesn't it to you? All the best, guys. Have a great, great, great weekend. Spend it with your families. I hope it's a bit warmer where you are. I hope you're not going to be sickish as I am, because I'm still planning to go cycling on Sunday morning. I still have 40 kilometers to go on Sunday morning around the lake. I will let you know how it goes. Ciao, guys. Bye.